Hey guys, Cardboard Kane here with another Master Set for you, this one being from Scarlet Violet Obsidian Flames. Now this only came out a few days ago, but we've already completed it with the help of some very generous friends. Much love to you guys out there. Now when I say Master Set, I mean, we all know what Master Setting means. We've Master Setted it thus far with what products available. I'll make sure to go over what you need and what's coming out and what could be coming out in the near future, but let's get on with it. To start off with, I'm starting with a red Palms Off gaming book. 12 pocket, by the way, and also sleeving all my stuff with the Dragon Sleeves Tangerine Classic. Now, this Tangerine Classic, obviously clear front, and it says Tangerine. It's pretty much the Charizard orange, just for aesthetic. I felt it fitting to do it in the color that it is, rather than going red for red. Continuing with our first page, we start with Oddish. Now, I'm going to be doing, obviously, as usual, the non-holo with the reverse holo followed afterwards, and then obviously the holo foil and the reverse holo for the star rares. So we have Oddish, Gloom, Blossom, Scyther, Shuckle, and Surskit. We have Masquerain, I think I said that correctly, yep. Combi, Fungus, Amoonguss, Phantump, Trevenant, Rowlet, and Dartrix. We have our first EX here, which is Decidueye, Bounsweet, Steenie, Serena, followed by Smoliv, Dolive, Arbolivia, and another Toadscruel EX, Caspikid, and Scovillain. This is where you're going to get your first foil variant. So the Charmander and Charmeleon, following each other, will be coming out with the Charizard EX box coming out soon. It's the one with the Charizard promo also on the front and center with the, I believe it's the magnetic one-touch case that'll come out with it, which is something new. We follow on with Vulpix and Ninetales, Entei, Numel, Camerupt, Victini EX, Darumaka, these, oh man, English is hard for me with these things. Darmanitan? No, Darmanitan? Litwick, Lampet, Chandelure, Heatmore, Larvestar, Volcarona, Ice-Q EX, Charcadet, and Armarouge. Now, usually I would leave, or rather something that I figured out is I would leave a few spots open and put like fire energies in them because of a foil variant. But I feel as though I don't think the set will get any more foil variants regarding the regarding fire, considering that Charmander and Charmeleon's already done. If that is the case, then I've left some spaces in front of water, as you'll see soon. So we continue with water. Lapras, Canava, Sharpedo, Buizel, Floatzel, Timpole, Palpitoad, and Seismitoad, Chubchoo, Beartic, and Cryogonal, Froakie, Frogadier, Wiglet, Wugtrio, Finizen, the secondary Finizen, and your first non-holo exclusive is Palafin. You'll get this from the Build and Battle set. So it has 3 cards in that set there. Now, this is what I mean by about leaving spots open here. The reasoning for this is just in case any exclusive happens in the water set, or let's just say that they add one to the grass set or the fire set, again, after the Charmander and Charmeleon. If they do that, this means you don't have to shuffle forward your entire book. You don't have to shuffle this element forward by 1 or 2 spaces, depending on what it is. So this is kind of master setting for the future, right? So just keep that in mind. I feel like this is a good way to do it because it also helps you line your book up pretty well if you do it correctly. So you can add as many or as little water energies in between so that the rest of your book lines up nicely. Example that we're going to do here. So we've got Magnemite, Magneton, Magnezone, and Tyranitar EX. Now you know when there's a Tyrant, like when there's an EX, and you turn the page, you'll start fresh like this. So it lines up your book nicer so it looks more, you know, fluid. Tynamo, Electric, Electros, Thundurus, Toxel, your secondary non-holo exclusive, which is Toxtricity, also from the Build and Battle decks. Continuing on to Pawmod EX, Tadbulb, Tadbulb, and Tadbulb. Make sure you have 3. Bellybolt and Bellybolt, 2. Just make sure. This is why these videos are here, because it's very easy to mess these up because you just miss one of the 3 or of the 2. Miraidon EX, and I've left 1 space open in case of a shuffle forward or a variant. Cleffa, Clefairy, Clefable, Togepi, Togetic, and this is your 3rd non-holo exclusive, Togekiss, from also the Build and Battle decks. Togekiss, Espeon, Snubbull, Granbull, Mawile, and Spoink. Now, I've just realized something here that I didn't leave a space open for Espeon. Espeon will be getting it's either going to be GameStop or it's going to be Best Buy. It will be getting a stamped promo. So keep that in mind. I'm pretty sure I've left a few spaces at the front of this anyhow, or I could just go backwards. Backwards or forwards, it doesn't matter. But there will be a upcoming Best Buy or GameStop stamped promo for Espeon. Yeah, see. There you go. Grumpig, Lunatone, Solrock, Baltoy, Claydol, Vespiquen EX, Sinistea, Poltergeist, Greavard again, Houndstone, and Houndstone EX. So I've got 2 psychic energies here to either go forward or back depending on what's needed. But you're definitely going forward 1 if you choose to get the Espeon promo, or not, you should still leave it there just in case. This here is solely for the people that want to really get all the little the variants, which I kind of recommend because it does look kind of cool in the book. So continuing over to our fighting Pokemon, we've got Diglett, Dugtrio, Larvitar, Pupitar, Nosepass, and Barboach. Whiscash, Bonsly, Drillbur, Stunfisk, Diggersby, Craborola, Craniobottle, Rockruff, Lycanroc, Toadscool, Toadscruel, and Clorf EX, Glimmet, and Glimora EX. I didn't leave anything extra there just because it lines up perfectly here. We can always go backwards or forwards depending on what it is. That is the beauty of putting those energies in between depending on what's getting a variant and then ultimately what's not getting a variant at all, and you can set your book permanently up afterwards without having to shuffle an entire binder. Koraidon EX, followed by the Charizard EX, Wooper, Clodsire, the other Clodsire, Umbreon, and this is where I've left the spot open for the Umbreon promo that's either going to be Best Buy or GameStop. As you can see, it makes sense. Houndour, and Houndoom, and Houndoom EX, followed by Absol EX, Darkrai, Inkay, Malamar, Salandit, Salazzle, and then your extra Psychic, or Darkness, energy cards so you can shuffle forward or back. Going on to Metal, got Scizor, Skarmory, Mawile, Bronzor, Bronzong, Probopass, Excadrill, Pawniard, Bisharp, and King Gambit. Togedemaru, Meltan, into Melmetal EX, Varoom, Secondary Varoom, and Revaroom, and I've left 2 metal ones open. It's just covering bases, also so you can line it up. It's also a very small set, so you don't have to worry too much about the end of the book right now. You'll have far more than enough space in a 480 pocket book. Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite EX, Altaria, and Drampa, Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot EX, Kangaskhan. So as you can see, it is lining up really well, very quickly after a end of a element. We have Eevee here. Now, we have 3 evolutions in this set. My assumption is if there's going to be another stamped promo, it'll probably be Eevee Games. And if Eevee Games does one, it should be Eevee, because they've done this for the past few sets now. This is the first time they're doing 2 different Pokemon. And if there's going to be a third from Eevee Games, which I don't think has been announced yet, so it might very well not happen, it will be Eevee. It has to be. This is pure assumption, but this is also where the energies come into play so that you can go backwards or forwards. Continuing on, we got Zigzagoon, Lanoon, Swablu, Lillipup, and Herdia, Stoutland, Ordino, Bufflant, Bunnelby, Young and Gumshoes, Squirvet, Greedent EX, Lechonk, Oinkalone, and Oinkalone, Flamigo, and this is where we start to get started on our trainers. Now, usually I would leave an energy here. Obviously, it just have to be something because it's colorless. But I've left this here because there shouldn't be any more variants pushing the book forward. And there shouldn't be any of the variants pushing it back, which is why I've left the Arven, the solo Arven here. So we go to reverse Arven, then Brassius. I've left a space right here for the Gita, because usually in almost every single set when there's a star rare, as you can see there's a star rare trainer, it'll come out with a non-holo exclusive at some point. My assumption is this will be becoming a non-holo exclusive in an upcoming EX battle deck at some point, or the next set, which I believe is in November. I think it's like that Paradox one or something. So keep that in mind. Leave a spot here. Your book will line up perfectly. I'm almost near certainty that this will be getting a non-holo exclusive. Letter of Encouragement, Ortega, Patrol Cap, Pokemon League Headquarters, Poppy, Rhyme, and Team Star Grunt, Town Store, and Vengeful Punch. And then you can start going on to your ARs. So you've got Gloom, Ninetales, Palafin, Bellybolt, Cleffa, Larvitar, Houndour, and Skizor. Now, when it comes to this page here, you'll probably notice that one or two cards will be out of whack. And I believe I think it was the Charizard, I think. I've brought the Charizard back 3 places because for some reason, I think it goes in a row here. It goes 210, 211, 212, and then 2 full arts, and then it goes to Charizard, and I didn't like that. So I've made an aesthetic choice to change it up, and it kind of makes sense now. So you have your Varoom, AR, Pidgey, Pidgeotto, and Lechonk. Then it goes into your Terra ones, which is your Ice-Cube, Tyranitar, Vespiquen. And then we're going to put the Charizard there. We're going to move him forward. Glamora, Absol, Reveroom, and Pidgeot, which are all your full art Pokemon. And it just makes sense. So I've made that aesthetic choice to move one Pokemon back 3 points and then putting the rest in front. And it makes sense, especially in the 12 pocket book. Whoever it is at the Pokemon company, you've got to stop doing this, please. You're setting off so many triggers with people with OCD and just aesthetic lineups. I'm sorry, guys, if this has triggered your OCD, but I have to do that. It just makes so much more sense. Moving on to our full art trainers, we've got Gita, Ortega, Poppy, and Rhyme. Again, makes sense because they finish in a 4 line. Ice-Cube Alt Art, Charizard Alt Art, Reveroom Alt Art, and Pidgeot EX Alt Art. Gita Alt Art, Poppy Alt Art, and then moving on to our SARs, which is our gold cards. Charizard, Artisan, and then unfortunately, the last card finishes on the back page here. Keeping in mind, you still have 2 full pages left over. I've just put these here just as place fillers. That's pretty much the master set. Now, something I wanted you to keep in mind, if you do play the game itself, like if you play it in tournaments and everything, they have been giving out Series Packs 3 here in Australia, which I would assume they've been doing in America and everywhere else already. If you want to go the extra mile with your master sets, Series 3, and I would safely assume that Series 4 would probably be doing them as well, so way into the future from now, you'll notice that these have a Pokemon League stamp on it, and they are in set as well. So they're not considered promos, they're considered another variant. So if you want to go Master Set Plus, I picked these up at a tournament yesterday. I think it was a tournament for celebrating the World Championships here, for those that couldn't go to Japan. This is something to keep in mind. They are printing Scarlet Violet variants already for this in the Series 3 package. So if you can find a place that has them, or know somebody that does play and they don't want these, I would definitely probably snag them up as soon as you possibly can. That's it from me, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it does help you out. Subscribe for more if you need more of these in the future. There'll be more unboxings. There'll be more news coming out about what product's coming up or what's getting delayed. I've had fun doing this so far. This was a nice set. It was very quick. It was very small. I would prefer the larger sets just because it just feels more of an achievement, but this is definitely a very doable set. This took us 5 booster boxes and a little bit of generosity from a friend. It has been a fun set. You guys take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next one.